The illusion of grinding and working hard every day. There is a common and misconception that in order to succeed, you have to work and grind every day and struggle every morning. But in reality, no one can work every day with the exact same enthusiasm, and no one can read or do sports every day without getting lazy. If success was just about working hard like that, everyone would have made it. People who succeeded, boosted their productivity, and reached their biggest and hardest goals do not focus on working randomly like that. Instead, they focus on their daily routine. In other words, habits. How is a habit structured from the inside? In short, a habit consists of three essential components: the trigger, the cue, something in your environment, like a sound, a place, or certain emotions, that reminds your brain of the habit. The routine. It is the action itself that you perform. The reward. The feeling of pleasure or relief that you experience when you finish, like the dopamine hit you get when you check social media. The first mistake. The excuse of, "I will quit the bad habit all at once." If you want to get rid of a bad habit, the mind gives you an excuse and tells you, "That's it. I will quit it completely." This is wrong and it doesn't work. Why? Because you practice that bad habit because it relieves your stress or boredom. The solution is not to fight it and cut it off, but rather to keep the trigger and the reward exactly as they are, while changing the routine in between them with a new and healthy habit. For example, instead of escaping studying stress by watching movies, change the routine and practice the habit of reading. The second mistake. The excuse of just endure 21 days and it will become easy. A lot of people fall into the trap of this mental excuse, telling you, "I will just endure 21 or 60 days to build the habit, and after that, I will rest." This is not always true. There are habits that are complex and take a lot of time and effort. Take sports, for example. It can require 6 months of patience and struggle before you start going to the gym without thinking and without finding it difficult. 1. Defining the habit and linking it to a fixed trigger. The very first step is choosing the habit you desire to acquire daily. For example, the habit of reading. Here, the mind needs a clear signal or trigger or cue to remember it effortlessly. The practical secret: linking the new habit to an old, deeply rooted habit that the person performs every single day, 100% of the time. 2. Focusing on only one habit and progression. One of the biggest mistakes is trying to build multiple habits all at once, because human willpower is limited and drains by the end of the day. The practical secret: focusing on only one habit at this stage. The small start. Starting with the least amount of effort possible so the mind doesn't get overwhelmed. For example, reading only 10 pages every day before bed, and over time, the quantity can be increased. 3. Focusing on quantity and consistency, not quality. In the beginning, the primary and fundamental goal is to build the habit and wire it into the brain system, not to get the maximum benefit out of it. The practical secret: the focus here is on quantity, meaning repeating the action every day, rather than quality, whether it was done perfectly or not. Example: the goal is to read 10 pages no matter the circumstances, even if the reading happens without full focus on some days. The important thing is consistency and that the habit gets done, come what may. Afterward, once the habit enters the system and becomes easy, the person can develop the quality and focus or raise the number to 20 pages, for example. 4. Creating an immediate and direct reward. The third component of a habit is the reward, and the human brain is wired to repeat only the actions that provide immediate pleasure or relief. The practical secret: useful habits like sports or reading usually offer long-term rewards like a fit body after months, which discourages the brain. The solution is to create an immediate and direct reward right after completing the habit. For example, if I read 10 pages now, I will reward myself by watching a match or playing a game I like. This way, the mind links the habit to pleasure and gets motivated to repeat it tomorrow.